I'm not really sure, but they shouldn't be letting me do this. It's just like free cast fire, free cast fire. I told people I'm gonna be a idiot and I'm gonna go light up the world in mid. Why do they not stop me?
Some men aren't looking for anything logical. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Pretty fire. Okay, I'm gonna clue everybody in on my strategery. I'm gonna head to mid. I'm gonna be a midiot. That's a new word. Wow, it's called midiot. You can Google it and probably find an error. But what I'm gonna do is go to mid and just light it on fire. Fire. Coming soon. See, it's a good thing here that as a warlock, I basically am fueled by mana and not gasoline, and you shall see why in a few seconds. But as I am propping down my props to get ready to retreat in case it just becomes too unbearable, because that is a key thing that a warlock must always do, is get his portal down at the very least, and if there's time, get the gateway down. It takes a little bit longer to cast that, but yes, as you can see, we have workshops and we're just fighting the bots. Here come the bots! I really think part of the problem is that these bots are programmed to basically loot gear on Timeless Isle, and somehow they wound up on Isle of Conquest. They're on an isle, just the wrong fucking island, that's all. Here we go, light the world on fire, incinerate, fire and brimstone, and just let Morgandus cast it over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, that's a lot of overs. Oh my god, why do they let me do this? Because they're bots. Listen. This isn't a testament of extraordinary gameplay. No, this is an overclass class. Did I say overclass class? Like overcast, like coming soon rain, which would be really bad for my fire right here. But my point is, I'm an overpowered class against bots. But I do still go 23-0. I don't die, and sometimes these bots are elusively dangerous because they clump together in groups of 15 and they just wipe out everything in their path until maybe a group of 15 finds them in a 15v15, which is like a separate battleground within a battleground. But as you can see, one by one, they're still hitting workshop like, hey, dude, we want to be able to drive one of those little, what do you call those things, those trucks. No, they're not trucks, they're demolishers. That's the only reason why they want to get inside. There's a demolisher. Hi, Mr. Demolisher. Oh, there's two demolishers. Yeah. Oh, portal. Here we go again. Fire and brimstone. I don't even have time to, like, read their names and make fun of them because they're just dying so fast. It's just pretty amazing. You know, it's actually, in a way, kind of sad because there's really not that much of a challenge in this particular BG because it, quite honestly, about 75% of the time are Alliance versus bots and IOC, and same thing is the case in AV. And the question is, why? Does anybody have an idea why? I'd be curious to hear some theories on that. Why is it that the Horde constantly bot IOC and AV? Leave it in the comments. Let me know your answer. And if you don't even play WoW, I don't know, just invent an answer. You know what? Maybe I could put it in a future video.
Hello, Mr. Paladin.
Oh, this Paladin is going to take everybody on all by himself. Where's your bubble, dude? Use your bubble! Get the bubble! Oh, you forgot to use your bubble. Cloak of Shadows! Dude, Cloak of Shadows! Don't just stand there. Use Cloak of Shadows so I can't... Oh, he's feared. I wonder who feared him. It's probably me. Oh, thanks for playing! That must have hurt. But as you can see, there... Ooh, more fire and brimstone time. Dude, hit fire and brimstone. Morgan, use fire and brimstone. Oh, just get the DK. There you go. See, that's one thing they're taking away from me, Fellflame, which it's not a big damage doer, but what it does is it quickly props up your embers. And the more embers you have, the more damage you can do. AoE damage, chaos bolts, things of that nature. So, and you can use it on the run. So, for example, you also use your big shadow burn, which is bigger damage than a chaos bolt. But the thing is that unless you have the ember to use it, you can't use it. So sometimes you might be a little low on ember, and you could spam Fell Flame and get yourself up there and finish off the kill. But now we're just kind of hanging around, having some pizza, waiting for someone to come here with some sort of heavy artillery. There we go, heavy artillery to blow down and blow up this wall. This is WoW fun at its best. I'm being sarcastic. Okay, survey time. No, we're not doing a survey like Family Feud kind of survey, but I was curious, how many of you guys like that intro that I tossed in there with Alfred? Some men just want to watch the world burn. I mean, let me know if you like those kind of like audio clips from characters that you're familiar with from movies that you love. Leave it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, Chaos Bolt! Oh, 130k. Oh, and 6,500, 6,500. See, I wish you just hit for that initial damage. Those 3 ticks of 6,500 are to kind of mitigate some of the burst. I'd rather get that 65 or that extra 20k up front. But here's a mage who's about to visit the graveyard. Hey, dude! How's it going? Oh, you blinked. But guess what? Shadow burn! You're dead! You're dead. I used to think that there was a guy up on a roof blowing trumpets and when I was a noob in WoW. I'm like, where is he? I can't find him. But we're blowing down or blowing up or trying to knock down this wall. Yeah, this is what WoW calls breakable environment. A wall. Wow, amazing. Question for you guys. What is it that you would like to blow up in WoW? I mean, just see it get splattered and scattered in bazillions of pieces. What is it? Leave it in the comments. Let me know what it is that you want to blow up in WoW. It could be a raid boss. It could be one of your friends. It could be a town. It could be a city. It could be a battleground. Matter of fact, one thing I would hope that would happen to this particular battleground is that it gets some sort of computer virus, because it's really just kind of sad that it's players versus bots. As we, once again, for like the 3rd or 4th time in this battleground, use Fire and Brimstone on an AoE crowd. Now, let me explain to some people what Fire and Brimstone actually is. Fire and Brimstone is essentially an AoE. It's an area of effect. It is a spell that allows your single target spells to hit multiple targets, essentially. And it's used by embers, not necessarily mana, and like I said, certainly not gasoline. So what it does is its fuel, essentially, are embers. Now, the thing is, by hitting a lot of targets, by hitting multiple targets with something like Incinerate or something like Emulate, what ends up happening is you generate embers. So if you're in front of a huge mob and you're spamming Fire and Brimstone with Incinerate, essentially you're kind of refueling yourself because you're generating more embers. Very dramatic death by the goblin, by the way. That's one thing that's very immersive about the game, is all the different sounds that the characters make when they crit, when they die, when they laugh, when they cry, when they tell a joke. It's just very immersive. It really is. There's that word again. I think it's very underrated in many RPGs and MMOs. Let me know your thoughts on the concept of immersion, which is drawing you into the game, making you feel like you're part of the game to some extent. Fire and Brimstone time again. Coming soon. But yeah, all the bots just like, we gotta stop the Alliance. Let's shoot some feathers at them and make them laugh because we can't do any damage. Oh gosh, 204k. Thanks for playing. That's a huge crit. That's Shadowburn, definitely. That's 56k. Oh, there's that undead death. Ugh, they sound like they're choking before they die. The Horn of Gondor. That's what that is. That's what me and my friends used to call it, the Stampede thing, when Stampede actually was Stampede and not Stumpede. Because now it's Stumpede. They nerfed it into the ground. It just does auto-attack damage, essentially, in PvP. Which is just retarded. Oh no, let's stop! Now they're gonna try to stop. Looks like they're trying to stop us by freezing us. Yeah, that'll work. Well, on to the big boss. It's a miracle, and it's amazing that Blizzard calls these objectives in game, particularly in PvE bosses, because if you think about it, people get the opportunity to kill their boss, theoretically. And who doesn't want to kill their boss? Kind of true, don't you think? Kind of interesting. I don't think Blizzard intended that, but that's one thing you kind of just look at and say, wow, very interesting. But this is Overlord Agmar, I believe his name is. No relation to any other Agmar you may know. But he's about to die. Just massive damage, 600k. Oh my god. Alliance wins, as usual, in Eye of the Storm. But also, Isle of Conquest. Yes, I know what BG it is. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Whatever it is by you, morning, afternoon, or night, make the best of it. Enjoy your day.